Well, hello, church. It's Pastor John here. I'm getting ready to go and meet with somebody this morning. It's Monday morning. We had a great day at church yesterday. And let me just encourage you that whenever you can be a part of a worship service on Sunday mornings, you need to be there because things happen. And whenever the church gathers together, it's a special thing that will edify you and encourages the rest of us in the body. That's part of what we looked at in the last part of Ephesians chapter 2. Now this week we're going to be looking at Ephesians chapter 3 if you want to be reading that chapter. And the great thing about it is it talks about the mystery of the gospel. You know, if you ever like mystery movies or mystery shows, or you kind of like the whodunit kind of a genre of movies, TV shows, or books, I'm a huge Sherlock Holmes fan and always have been. I love mysteries and putting things together. We're going to be talking about the mystery of the gospel in Ephesians chapter 3. But one thing that I really like about this chapter is I've been looking at it and studying for this sermon series is that Paul stops and he prays. Paul, the Apostle Paul, one of the greatest things that he did, even though he wrote most of the New Testament books, even though he was a great preacher and orator, he was an evangelist, he was a missionary, but he was also a prayer warrior. And that is so incredibly important. You need to be praying for your church, praying for your pastor, praying for your Sunday school leaders, praying for the lost, praying for your friends, praying for who you will invite and bring with you to church this Sunday. Listen to this in verse 14 of Ephesians chapter 3. For this reason I bow my knees before the Father, from whom every family in heaven and on earth is named, that according to the riches of his glory he may grant you to be strengthened with the power through his Spirit in your inner being. He's praying that you have power, because it's only through Jesus Christ that every family is blessed. Look, every church is made up of multiple families, whether it's a family of one person or a family of 13 people. Every family is strengthened. That's the basic unit that we derive our strength and support from, and God works through the family. We'll learn more about that in the next couple of weeks as we look at the family structure. But I think it's amazing as Paul closes this prayer. He says, now to him who is able to do far more abundantly than we could ever ask or think. God knows more than you're even asking for, according to the work that is within us. To him be glory in the church. That it's in church that we glorify God. It's by meeting together with fellow believers that we glorify God. And what we do as a church is what glorifies God. You got to choose to follow him yourself as an individual, but it's through the church that we glorify him. So I hope to see you this Sunday at your church, Crossroads Baptist Church.